Hi, Christina here. As per usual in the fall, I was working tours in New England. Join me for a few spots I captured during my downtime. I'm going to scramble the order of the places so that it's not apparent which itineraries with which companies I was following. As per usual, I started in Boston, so first up there you saw one of the burying grounds, and this is Quincy Market, which is near Faneuil Hall. We popped off to Plymouth, Massachusetts, yes, the home of the famous rock. I had this amazing sandwich at Vitamin C Brewing. The outdoor eating area here was such a vibe. Some of my tours have lunch here, and they take a look at the Rock and at the Mayflower too, a reproduction of the original Mayflower, but some of my tours take a whale watching tour starting here. The whale watching tours are great. I'd never done one before this season, and it was really cool to see a couple of breaches and some tail dives. Next we headed over to Martha's Vineyard. I love to grab a coffee at this place when I'm on the island. I love their teal color scheme. I always climb the viewing steps and watch the Chappaquiddick Ferry for a bit before finding something to eat. And we always go and check out the gingerbread houses in the Wesleyan Grove before we leave. I'm not nuts about the religious aspect, but the architecture and the colors and the community are really cool. The opulence of the mansions in Newport, Rhode Island is always a sight to see. Sometimes I skip it to look at the water from the cliff walk, but I popped inside the breakers this time around to have a look-see. It's hard to wrap my head around this much wealth and why you need to spend it on impressing your contemporaries instead of putting it toward a better use. That being said, this library is dreamy. Back in town, I found this hot dog spot for lunch, and it was delicious. I'm a rule follower and I don't like being admonished, so when I was scolded in the museum for taking a call from my driver in case it was something urgent, I decided I was done with the exhibits and opted instead to wander the trails outside. That'll show them. These are a couple of nice photo stops and also some turkeys in a field, which I thought was really cool. Even if my itinerary doesn't specifically call for us going on the Kancamagus Trail, the Kancamagus Scenic Byway, I insist on including it because it is one of the coolest things that you can do in New England in the fall, and I want everyone to experience it because it's just absolutely beautiful. We stopped by Ogunquit, Maine, and I walked the Marginal Way as I am wont to do. You can see more of the Marginal Way in our New England video, by the way. We also hit Portland, Maine for some delicious grilled cheese and some vibey sails. If you ever have a chance to take a ride on the Conway Scenic Railroad in North Conway, definitely do it, and I highly recommend doing it in the autumn because the colors and the scenery were beautiful. Mystic, Connecticut was next. I love the Mystic Seaport. I think it's so cool to see the history of shipbuilding and sea-related businesses, but it's hit or miss with a lot of people. Thanks for joining me in New England. I can't wait to take Monica to all these spots and do a re-record. Until next time.